And this year, another huge crowd coming in for EAA AirVenture, with officials saying today the event brought in 691,000 visitors coming from 80 different countries. 15,000 of those people camped out during the event, with 3,000 being aircraft campers. Jack Pelton, the CEO and chairman of the board for EAA, saying the event continues to attract a diverse group of people, even those with a more casual interest in aviation.
We're really seeing much broader family participation, so it's moms and dads and the kids. And when you look back 20 years, it was whoever was the aviator in the family, either the mom or the dad, and nobody else. And now we're bringing in that youth, and that gets me really, really excited about the future.
EAA AirVenture will return to Oshkosh next year from July 20th through the 26th.